Oh, okay, so apparently my mic was muted this whole damn time. There was actually commentary over everything that's happened so far. Yeah, thanks. So, I'm gonna really quickly sum up some of what I was saying. So, I'm super hyped for Tanari. I think that goes without saying. Tanari is amazing looking. What I was trying to say when I opened his talents is that he gets a ton of benefits from Elemental Mastery. It's really huge on him. And there's that new artifact set that buffs Elemental Mastery if you have a bunch of different people in the party of different elements. And I just see that working really well with him. And it also just has a 2-piece bonus of more Elemental Mastery, and that's just going to stack, it's going to be awesome. Exactly that, an EM DPS. Unfortunately, I am not prepared to do anything here, because he requires a bunch of materials we have never seen before, and fungal spores, which we already have a few of. But yeah, the one other thing I wanted to say, that I said in the original voiceover, but again, I'm an idiot, is that I was looking back at the trailer, and what I saw in the trailer, there's that clip where Sumeru City is melting, it's turning into glitter, basically. And then I was thinking about the summer event we just had with the mirages that was implied to be connected to Sumeru somehow. And I'm starting to wonder how much of Sumeru and Sumeru City is even real. Is Sumeru a mirage? That's my wild off the wall theory based on a random clip from the trailer. Okay, we're caught up on pretty much everything I said before I noticed my microphone was dead. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get some more summons while we're here. Why not? Ah. Oh wait, yeah, I have this, so... Gonna revisit the weapon banner when I get to 10, because Tanari's unique weapon looks amazing. I'll get to it. You are not wrong. I always forget. Yeah, you might pull something that gives you more star glitter, and then you can... I am glad you're here. Let's see what we got here. You know, I did this whole really cheesy bit at the start about finally getting back from the dimension with no voiceovers, and I'm kind of glad that it didn't get recorded because of my microphone fuck up, because it was terrible. Yeah, I'll see you later, Veggie. You have a good one. You have a great day. Little Sealy, show me your secrets. Thought I saw something. Your secrets, show them to me. Oh, so this was also in the trailers, although we didn't know what it was called. So the four-leaf sigil seems to be kind of like the sort of lightning grapple you could do. In Inazuma.
Our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And
yes, Lesser Lord Kusanali, who...
Even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your sister.
So Lesser Lord Kusanali is probably the little girl in the trailers whose name is escaping me right now. That's all I was there.
But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the God of Wisdom, maybe she can give us some useful information. But, Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the Seven on it. That'll give us a way better view of things. Even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby.
And unlock Dendro Traveler, which... it's a great reason to do that anyway.
Look! There's someone up ahead! Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around like lost adventurers. Hey there! We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little lost. We'd like to ask for some directions. Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions? Huh? What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Oh, wait! Could she be ignoring us? Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. Let's keep our distance and follow her. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions.
Through mists of smoke and forests dark.
Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us.
There we go, it's like a grapple. I could go and start following them, but I'm gonna do this first. Because it would be kind of insane not to. And it'll unlock the map, which, you know, is always good. There's that map. Oh well, Sumeru City is way closer to the chasm than I thought it would be. I was expecting it to be like way over here or something. The spirits are here. Dendro activate! Okay, what can I do now? Pretty straightforward. Dendro sort of razor leaf attack, and aha. Calling upon the might of the flora all around you, you create a Lee Lotus lamp. It deals continuous Dendro damage to opponents within its AoE, and can be transfigured in various cool ways using Hydro, Electro, and Pyro. You can only do one of those at a time. It's going to be fun. This team can definitely take advantage of that, at least. Out of curiosity, what do I need if I want to do the talent up? Teachings of Admonition, which we can't get today. Well, I suppose we can get them from quests, but we can't get them from the domain today, even if we can find it.
It looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she? What should we do now? Do we try asking her for directions again?
I don't think we should bother her.
It looks like she's meditating or something. If we bother her now, she probably wouldn't let us off very lightly. Oh! It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Maybe living here wouldn't be too bad after all.
If we end up hallucinating again... Well,
Huh?
again, if we end up
What's the
hallucinating
matter?
like Denari does in the
You don't
trailer,
look
that's
too
not...
good. What? Is the smell making you feel sick?
Yeah, just a bit. Doesn't affect Paimon. How interesting.
What's happening? Traveler? This is no time for a nap. Oh, come on.
Oh. Oh, we're straight up just here. Didn't think we'd be seeing this place at all this update, if I'm honest. Nice hustle. But why is it falling apart? We're only hearing a tiny part of whatever that person's saying. Makes me wonder.
Are you sure it's not serious?
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's
Carly.
absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now?
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake!
You were caught crossing the border, same as us.
Well,
Gandharville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here. Oh, no thanks are necessary. I didn't do anything, really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort?
Probably medicine they've given us that tastes bitter, isn't it?
That's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up. Whoops!
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. All right, I'll get it for you once I'm finished here.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. Like right smack on his forehead so others can remind him to be careful.
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine, be sure to charge him accordingly.
Denali seems strict. Not bad strict, though.
So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He is chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well.
Okay.
It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense known as spirit borneol to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination. In hopes of asking
so we
directions,
accidentally
you two followed a
interrupted them
scholar
on a
named
drug trip.
Hypatia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the spirit borneol I just mentioned. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Does that make sense? Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious? Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tainari.
Okay, so our vision meant something important to him by the looks of it.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharville for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental state is not in the best of shape. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously?
Well, this is taking a turn.
We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right.
I
Paimon
feel
knows
like
we're
there's something
set
we're
on
not telling.
meeting
He's
Lesser
not
Lord
telling us.
Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. It'd probably be best to let you recover first. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about you, you know. What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now?
Yeah, that wasn't a hallucination, that was a vision.
The vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be?
Kanuya?
Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tainari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? Huh? You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations?
Well, yeah.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so quiet earlier. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations. But it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do?
Yeah, we talked to Kale.
Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru. Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
Woo! The more things change, the more they stay the same. A new set of, well, Dendroculi, but just another collectible to level up the statues. Oh, that's fun. It's slower and maybe you can steer it a bit, but it feels a lot like the electro grapple you do, which isn't a bad thing because that's a really fun mechanic. Yeah, let's hear a bit about the Greater Lord. Rushadavata.
Our recent catch?
Well, he seems very nice.
Definitely have enough for a grand feast this
Oh,
time.
Shrama. Actually, do you sell recipes? Because there might be new. Ah, no. The holy crystallization of Rutadavata's legacy. Well, that just seems. That seems significant somehow. Which isn't the reason I'm buying it. I'm buying it because it'll inevitably turn out to be someone's essential material at some point.
Next, let's see your right hand. Yes, not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful. Understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... well, you understand.
But I
Patui,
have a
maybe?
vision too! Am I useless to everyone now?
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh?
Nope.
In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day. And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Tighnari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Yes, you can count on me.
So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tighnari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger.
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven.
Presumably by more
Traveler,
dangerous.
this way! You can leave
Presumably.
the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
So presumably by more dangerous areas that Tighnari is responsible for. Kale means those withering zones that were in the that were in a lot of the promotional material. I would guess. Okay, so Kusanali and the Goddess of Flowers aren't the same person.
Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it.
You know what? While I'm wandering around looking for things and just exploring in general, I want to see. It's up here. Why I scrolled all the way down.
Huh?
Okay, so I need to keep. I'll just need to keep an eye out for bodies of water so that I can get some of those lotuses. Kale won't mind a detour, surely. Aha!
Scatter!
And now we see the new reactions. So, Bloom creates dendrocores. I believe if you hit them with fire or generate more of them while they're at their limit, they explode. Yeah. And if you hit them with lightning, they turn into homing shots.
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of luck?
Gonna need plenty of this stuff going forward, I'm sure. Oh, she's picking the lotuses we're looking for. Ah, they're used for medicine. That explains some, yeah. And she gave us a recurve bow. Wait, if she's picking the lotuses that I'm looking for and they're near here, allegedly, then where are they? Oh, probably over here. That's a mushroom. That's a starshroom. That's a rock. They can't possibly be this difficult to spot. I'll come back and look for them in a little bit. Don't want to get too far off track.
Time to go.
No problems with this lamp. Good.
Just a quick detour for the Dendroculus. Which I think might be up here. Huh.
Wind Strider.
Okay, it's probably a bit further down then. Ah, there it is. Betcha I know the solution to this one. Got to light it on fire, I think. Okay, I guess not. I'll mark it and come back when I know how to open these. That looks kind of like like one of the torches, but it seems to have been torn apart by a plant.
Time to go.
The statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before.
Saw it,
It's
climbed
pretty
it,
high up there,
pulled
isn't
energy
it?
out of it.
Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas. By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh?
Curious about both,
Greater
actually.
Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago.
It's definitely Kanrio
According to what
related.
Masters told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Siristana.
Which is that
Then
palace
what happened?
in the city, I think.
Well, and then,
Just yes.
I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
Huh? You're not too sure? But aren't you from Sumeru?
Oh, not at all.
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. But...
Of course she's not going to tell us
Maybe
that.
it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry. We understand.
Paimon being tactful? What is
it's
this?
not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers. Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
Yes, but how did you
Wait,
know that?
Amber? You mean...
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall
This is
in love
adorable.
with the lands of Mondstadt and... sorry.
I mean, to be fair, we've known her, what, one day?
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure. You really like Amber.
Sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
There's the important question.
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
So that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust, really. I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books. Sorry.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Surasthana until you mentioned them.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about the Dendro Archon? So that's why you're here. Thank you for telling me your story.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right?
Damn right.
Alright, we have a statue to clean.
You both
Let's get
have
climbing.
my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy. Let's meet back here shortly.
There we go. That's how you meant to do that. That would have been way easier than what I did the first time.
Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali.
I think it's possible that both of the Dendroarchons are really small.
You might be right. The statue does look kinda old.
Is the girl from the trailers
Well,
Ruka
anyway, we'll
Devata?
have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top, and you clean everything below.
I've just been assuming that it's Kusanali, but
Sure. That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale.
if it was Ruka Devata, maybe
We're
that's
back.
maybe she wants people to forget her and move on.
Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. I brought some fruit and water for us.
Yay, food! What kind of goodies did you bring? Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Xiangling taught Paimon that.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them.
They sound delicious.
Whoops! Ah, no, you dropped it! Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine. Oh,
Those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, Kale.
Betting that they're her signature
Thank
dish.
goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
you really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers, so you'll be making your own pita pockets in no time.
Yay! Thanks, Kale! It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments too.
Oh, I guess it happens from time to time.
So, Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? He won't let you touch anything without his permission. Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature.
Huh.
Oh, by the
I
way,
wonder what
you've heard
that
of the
means.
Academia, right? Well, there's a group called, something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there.
Like in his
But
character
Master
demo.
declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears.
Speaking of his ears, I would really like to pet them.
I know, right? I've always wanted to pet them too. Anyway, Master could have easily left the rainforest to take up a position at the Academia, but he chose to stay here instead as a forest watcher, helping the locals every day and passing on his knowledge to trainees. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. He even carried you all the way here. Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
What terrible thing did you do this
No,
time?
I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little, but it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, "Why, oh why? Is he going to die?" It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you.
And it was very sweet of you.
Hey! Now
No! Don't touch me!
I think Paimon may have touched a nerve there. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Kale.
No, I just... I didn't mean that.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharville. I think Master and the others should be back by now, too.
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't even see her now.
It's like her character model vanished or something. Oh, there's Eremites here. Ah, you're collecting mushrooms to sell. Ah yes, does the withering affect anyone who doesn't have a vision? Hey, these are those lotuses I needed. Sweet.
Follow the wind.
Ah, Traveler. You've returned.
Yep, we're back. Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes. I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
Yeah, we definitely touched a nerve. Well, what time is it in the game right now? Instead of advancing time, I better have a little look, see if I can't collect a few more of those things. Tanari has a passive that would help here a lot, so I might just, in the short term, throw him into the team.
Let's go gather some sample.
Because if I recall correctly, he tags things that are native to Sumeru on the map just by being here, which will be super helpful.
Time to go. So
Jesus Christ, I left my alarm on. Better mute that. Sorry about that. Let's just turn that off. Oh dear.
regrets.
Sorry, Kazura. Let's teleport up to the Archon statue. We'll grab a heal, and then find that item I'm sensing. which is more of the lotuses we need. Yep. And what I reckon I can do is, if I bounce to Leeway really quickly, much as I really want to just keep exploring Sumeru, gonna just... Okay, they're dropped by the Jade Plume Terror Shroom. Let's convert about half, just so we have some. And that should...
Huh?
Ah, I've been collecting the wrong lotuses.
Huh?
So I still can't level them up yet. Well, let's explore the area around Gandaraville a little more. See if we can't find some of the right lotuses. And even if we don't, we'll get some nice exploring in. Ah, okay, so you can bounce higher, use the electro. Nice and simple. These are going to come in very handy.
Keep up. Can't see. Into the wind.
And that battle theme is just perfect.
Who says there aren't
Okay,
benefits
these must be
to a
the...
life of wandering?
Okay, these are the ones we need. There's a few of them. You know, I should probably give him a weapon that isn't a level 1 hunter's bow. That'd probably be nice. Increases elemental mastery. I'll swap it in for now.
Keep up.
There's definitely going to be more fishing to do in this in this update, because we saw the that giant fish bow actually, which I think
the
is
soil and take root.
And I feel like that might be a fishing thing somehow. To start. Okay, and now he needs an item from the terrace room in order to go higher.
Enshroud!
Spring forth! One with nature.
And it seems like the Dendro Traveler is much more of a direct damage dealer than previous Traveler upgrades, so that's going to be quite handy, I feel.
Scatter!
Grab a few more of those. What are these, like some sort of Dendro healing stone? You know, I have a hunch I know what we need for that.
More companion!
Or not. Mark it for later. Maybe just tag that while I'm at it. Oh wait, Dendroguana. Attack alongside you with charge attacks, and you need their power to destroy certain objects. Okay. Destroy certain objects like this, perhaps? Yes!
Propagate! Scatter! The wind knows me.
Okay, these Dendro reactions are going to be very, very fun. I am going to set my team back up to include Child for now, though. Because something I want to try is doing Traveler plus Child to just generate a whole bunch of those blooms, and then use Kazuha to gather for explosions.
Is this an answer from this world?
I just feel like that's going to be a very, very good combo. I think Tignari and the Electro Archon Raiden Shogun will be very strong as well, because you can use quicken reactions, and that will make both of them do more damage, and I just reckon you can probably do something really cool with that.
To the wind.
Here we go. Ah, I killed them too fast.
Now I just need to get my hands on the rest.
There we go. If I'd hit it with lightning, I'd have gone way higher. But,
No time to lose.
don't really have the right team set up for that at the moment. Tag the waypoint. What's going on? Yeah, what are you singing? Okay, but who is that? The spirits we saw? Aranara. Seems the story still has quite the effect on you. Oh, there's a great view from here, I'm sure. Well, there it is. Sumeru City. Beautiful.
No time to lose.
For the time being, though, gonna just start heading back towards... Wait, I'm detecting a... I reckon it might just be under the bridge, so I'm gonna try and glide under it, but... There we go. It's right there. Going to collect as many of those as we can, because it's probably how we get constellations for the Dendro Traveler. And that's just got a good feeling about that.
Propagate!
Oh, that was accidental, but
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
it's about time anyway.
Happy to oblige.
Okay, so you hit these and they create more of those 4-leaf
Time to
sigils.
go.
So we can use that to do like a big to grapple around and do stuff.
One with nature. Propagate! Spring forth!
Another new collectible, presumably for fighting those mercenaries whose name escapes me right now, even though we saw them
Not
earlier.
bad at all.
And just do a little triple grapple. Oh, they're around, but they're running from us at the moment, so I doubt we'll be able to do much, even if we do catch up with them. Just grapple to the chest. I budgeted that up a bit, but
All right, now we're talking.
okay. Stay still, bounce to trigger the ceiling.
No time to lose. Yep.
I wonder if there'll be a new variant of Sealy in this area. Kind of like what happened in the in places like the Chasm and Dragonspine, or if that's just going to be, well, I suppose places like the Chasm and Dragonspine, where oh, so you can use electricity on those plants to uncover hidden objects. Okay.
Into the wind.
And now we get to see a bit of Catalyze, which quickens enemies, and quickened enemies take extra damage from Electro or Dendro.
Stay focused. The wind knows me. But never again.
Treasure chests. Do we like treasure chests?
Always. Okay, I think this is a good time to switch up the party and try this out.
There is no escape.
There we go. Ooh, that's great.
Illusion shattered.
Get out of here! Everybody stand back!
These are those guys that drop different items in different states, maybe?
Right.
Yeah, the fungi that get different different effects based on the state you're defeated in. I mean, not this, obviously, that's a Hilichurl. I mean, the things that we were fighting a second ago.
Keep moving.
The festival ends. Let's light it up! This is just my...
I am not on form today. I am really not on form today. Yeah, that makes sense.
There is no escape.
The fuse is lit!
Oh, it still dropped and inactivated. I wonder what I have to do to... make them drop the other item that they can apparently drop.
That didn't count!
Shine down.
You know what, I'm just going to mark this and come back later. And we're back. Sorry for the interruption. Had to go sort a few things out, including getting a drink because it is surprisingly hot today. But we're gonna quickly heal everyone. Switch over to the exploration team. Gonna heal them too, actually, because yeah, and we're going to head back down into Kendarville to find Colette and see what she's up to. Because Paimon managed to upset her earlier, and that's bad. And we just better make sure she's okay.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tighnari? What are you doing here?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No,
It better
no
not
need
be.
to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tighnari, what's really wrong with Kale?
It's something to do with remnants
Let's take this
of
conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep
of
after
dead
taking
gods
her
or
medicine.
something, isn't it?
She needs some
'Cause
peace and quiet.
I'll level with you, I haven't read the entirety of the prequel manga, so I only know a few bits of it when it comes to Kale. Like, I know that she becomes friends with Amber, and I know about the Black Fire, but I don't necessarily know all the details.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because, well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tighnari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
I didn't know there was a name
Yes,
for it.
it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself.
Okay, so this isn't to do with the... This isn't necessarily... Well, it's possible that it was aggravated by the Fatui experiments in the manga, but...
With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
Ah, Okay, there we go.
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
Okay, so we're not talking about the Black
Doesn't
Flames
need to
yet.
apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her.
I hope so too.
Kale once thought that it would be
seems
impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in
that's
the
an
work of the
ongoing
forest
problem, then.
rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. All right, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine.
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the Traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every
So you're still
instruction.
hiding something from
No
us.
problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as Lunar Lotus. It's often used to help
Oh,
those
vanilla
afflicted with
pata lotus.
Elazar recover their energy.
Wait, we collected a bunch of those earlier.
Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar Lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar Lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface.
They're the ones you use to ascend
Quite an
Tanari.
attractive species, if you ask me.
Tainari. Yes.
The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh, okay then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
Always bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
Right, let's do this. And these are differentiated from the others because they're listed as fresh because they are a quest item.
Alright, we've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari. Hey Tainari, we found the lotuses you requested.
Let me take a look. Good, very good. These are all excellent quality. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago?
Something's
What are they doing
gone
back
wrong.
so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
Very, very wrong.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The Withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already clear just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the Withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
Yes,
have a
Amir is
sneaking
absolutely
suspicion
right. I wasn't
that
kidding
we
when I
can
said the
handle it.
rainforest is a dangerous place. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the Withering's corrosive effects for a time.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it.
I have
But you
elemental
don't seem
powers,
to
I can
carry a
handle it.
vision.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
This chair was very squeaky.
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right, you two may accompany me. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the Withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it looks like up close.
Time to deal with the Withering. I'm just gonna... Because I'm short on Mora and I need to work on leveling up Tanari at least a bit. I keep saying Tanari, it's Tainari. I am trying. Still at the top. Still at the top, Tom. It's really not far away at all, this withering zone. Oh, right, it isn't a rose.
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering. All right, Traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved.
So, I do wonder what causes the withering. Is it, like they say, it comes from the depths of the world, and the tree was implied to be underground and possibly connected to Carnria earlier, and then there's the whole thing with the city vanishing in the trailer that makes me wonder if it's a mirage. Maybe because they created the rainforest, but the rainforest is some sort of mirage. The withering is the mirage collapsing and a dark reality trying to assert itself on it. Or maybe I am hugely overthinking all of this. This is just a crazy theory I have at this point.
Thank you, but I must warn you. Don't push yourself. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death. You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
And the dendrogram are going to be helpful here. Okay, it's not a fixed location. Does that mean it can appear in places? Like in gameplay? Maybe. Okay, decay reduces... Oh, that's nasty. And it just straight up kills everyone if you're there too long. Okay, good. Be careful. Use Dendrodrana to destroy withering branches, to locate the tumor of withering at the heart of the area and destroy it. Candles of life and candles of flame... Sorry, candles of life and flames of life will decrease accumulation of decay. It's a little bit like bitter cold, like sheer cold, and the extreme heat from a few other areas.
The wind knows me.
Let's get this going.
Time to go.
Deploy some Dendrodrana. There we go.
Scatter!
It looks like other entities in the game world also get affected by the withering just the same as we do. In some pretty like, it looks like these are actually infected fungi as well, so... There's almost a very faint heartbeat background sound in this area, unless I'm imagining things, and that's very unnerving.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
The wind knows me.
Who's next? Germinate! Propagate!
Now, destroy the tumors of the withering.
Ooh, that's a nice effect.
We did it! Everything's returning to normal now!
Yes, thanks to you two. We were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Kainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright, it's like this. Recently, the rate at which the Withering Zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that Withering Zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The Withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself. For instance, even though we cleared out the Withering Zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of Withering Zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Huh? Well, why's that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions. No, none that we know of. The Withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before?
Okay, so it's been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. So unless the records are wrong, it can't be connected to the rainforest's creation necessarily.
Irminsul is a
Look
tree
into it
located
later.
deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense. You can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface.
Oh, okay. Wait, but if Irminsul's
Ley
roots
lines
are ley
continually
lines,
absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it.
ah. Well, that's very bad.
That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
And it's almost definitely Irminsul that we saw in the vision earlier. Just gonna tag the waypoint here and then should be good to head back.
Follow the wind.
Some very steep hills. Tui and Eremites nearby, eh? Well, can't say no to that. Let's rock.
That's close enough. One with nature. Detoxifying me. The wind knows me.
There we go. You can grapple onto those from a lot further away. That's really nice.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The withering zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh. Wait, is that? Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Huh?
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait,
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy? But wait, how'd you know that he'd be okay this time, Tainari?
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew then that he would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious?
Ah, we're getting the explanation.
That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you. Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Teyvat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you.
Okay, but what did we say?
When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself.
So we kind of did what the Dendro Archon did and connected to Irminsul.
Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneol are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsul, just as you did.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us?
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others. Please, wait here for a moment. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll answer any questions you may have. No. I should be the one thanking you.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Shh! Kali's asleep. Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
So now that we can wield Dendro, we're mysteriously not affected by the thing. By the incense, which...
Hello? Hypatia? Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. There you are! Hypatia, are you alright?
So hungry.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Huh? Wait, why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden?
Now things are getting really weird.
Huh?
Something to do with those
How
spirits.
things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are we? Really?
Yeah, relax. We'll work this out.
Maybe you're right. Let's go investigate the area.
Okay, so we're inside some sort of domain now. Very interesting looking domain. I'm really loving the art direction of
This
Sumeru.
place is huge. Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
I'm going to explore as thoroughly as possible, because it's just common sense, really, I suppose. There we go. Tainari is now as high level as I can conceivably get him right now. Be nice if I could sort these by things that someone isn't wearing. Yeah, Wanderer's Troop will work. Nearly always have plenty of it at any rate. And it increases charge attack damage and elemental mastery, which isn't that bad on him. Again, this isn't a perfect setup or anything, I'm just equipping him with artifacts so that he isn't completely without artifacts. That'll do. I have a feeling, again, that new set that they've added is going to be... Huh. Okay, so that was basically saying these exist inside domains too, I think. And I still don't know how to clear these yet.
I could get used to this.
Seeing as that's the way it wants me to go, I'm going to go this way first. Aha!
Into the wind.
This really is a very interesting domain in terms of style. It's very different to the sort of domains we've seen so far, which I suppose was also true of Inazuma with the much more with the sort of Inazuma's domains had a distinct style from the domains we saw in Mondstadt and Liyue, is what I was trying to say.
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud. No time to lose. Into the wind.
Open every chest, find everything we can. Wait, what's this? So we turned into whatever that is, and now we are... Oh, dang it, that was the right way! Okay, so we collect these and they open the path. And those flowers act a bit like the ones from... what's it called? These flowers with the seals that you have to collect work kind of like the doors that you needed the Magatama for in Inazuma. Damn it, I broke reality. And now I'm in Inazuma.
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Or at least in a very Inazuman looking domain area. And now I'm here. Where's here? Ah. Launch up. And... all of this happened because we came to deliver rations to someone. Because they forgot their lunch. And now we're platforming in a weird flower pocket dimension place. Well, I don't think I could have buggered that up any worse. Let's just let the platform come to us. Let's not do anything stupid. Probably remember to bring lightning into any domain in Sumeru. Water too. Just for safety when we're dealing with stuff like these mushrooms. Which could potentially be destroyed or well, not destroyed, wilted or otherwise. Ah, we've returned to the Inazuman Pocket Dimension.
Here. This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Propagate!
Okay, the hell am I supposed to do here? Have I misunderstood the assignment? See, this is glowing, which feels important, but I do not know what the hell I'm doing. Which is pretty normal for me, honestly. Investigate the courtyard, it says. What does that mean? Oh. Okay, that seems to have done it. Now it's a painting. Okay, admittedly that's really cool. Little creepy too. And now we're in this place. Okay. Just grapple across. And... okay, that's the way. Well, this is going to be a bit of a problem.
Well. Looks like we meet again, traveler.
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place. Plotting. You needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you.
Oh, you're going down this time.
Germinate! Amateur mistake. Shouldn't let your guard down. One with nature.
Orders given. Orders received.
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call.
Not even going into... oh, there we go. Going into the super mode now.
Scatter!
The world will fall.
Rise.
The end.
What?
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
It's an illusion.
Though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are.
My journey won't end here.
Your sister. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial? Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
The entire thing was a hallucination after we saw that spirit.
do. We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
So sweet.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Are you okay? That's really not like you. Anyways, we can talk about this later. We better make sure she's alright first.
Why did it cause that, though, when we saw that
wait a
thing?
sec.
Why did that happen?
Look at all this fruit lying around her.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
The food wasn't us.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How did you end up like this anyway?
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Oh.
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You said when you arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream?
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry
So
away.
it's a defense mechanism, and it causes you to panic.
Just what kind of creature
I
is
guess.
your neighbor exactly?
I'm
Or,
not sure
well,
what
to
it's
hallucinate
called,
something
to
that
be
scares
honest.
you.
But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them, but I never would have expected them to save me.
They are great neighbors.
Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul.
Oh, so many questions, actually.
Sorry about that.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Alright, we're up, Traveler. Today's menu...
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal, too. To be honest, the last time had to be when Tainari came to visit.
Just a moment.
Tighnari gave us since we already watched it. Oh, it smells amazing.